Welcome back to the DAZN Boxing Show. I'll go by the name of Bach.
And I'm Barack the Boxing Bully.
So nice of you to join us. I'm excited to be here today. You know, as fight fans, we go to this sport that we love for excitement, knockouts, drama inside that square circle. But there are times where we get a little drama and excitement outside of the ring, whether it's a press conference, somewhere in the dressing room, just things that don't have to do with the actual fight. And we're going to get into all of that right now. Our top 5 craziest moments outside the ring on the opening bell. Listen, Barack, I think I'm going to start with one of the most recent. And when I say recent, I don't mean last week. I mean in this era, you know, because we can go way down the line. Crazy moments from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. But this is when Jake Paul, that's right, the problem child, snatched Floyd Mayweather's hat at a press conference that they had set up for Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, his brother. Ahead of their fight, their exhibition, he took his hat, ran off with it, said, "Got your hat," even got a tattoo of "Got your hat" on it, and it went viral. Barack, you remember that?
Yeah, of course I do. The best part of that was that Floyd and his security guards started beating up on Jake. I think Floyd punched him in the eye. And then afterwards, that's why he's the king of this. Jake Paul posted a picture or video of his black eye and says, "That went well." Making fun of his black eye and then getting a tattoo of "Got your hat" and then starting selling hats to say "Got your hat" on it. Come on, that was unbelievable.
King Troll is definitely an exciting moment. And
Absolutely.
I don't know if Floyd has ever gotten over that, to be honest with you. That's why the Floyd...
I heard now he glues his hat to his head. I don't know if that's just a rumor. But anyway, listen, here's one of mine. Now, mine, for some reason, they're kind of in the ring, out the ring, I don't know. But this one right here is Curtis Harper. I know you remember him last August. He was scheduled to fight F.A. Ajagba. Now, the problem wasn't him going into the ring and fighting F.A. Ajagba. The problem was as soon as the names were announced, as soon as the bell rung, he gets up off his stool, Curtis Harper, and turns around, walks through the ropes, and walks out of the ring. It was the fastest fight ever. Disqualification in 1 second. It was really ruled a 1 second disqualification. And it turns out that it went viral. The whole
and he didn't just walk out the ring. He walked right back to the dressing room, like
exactly.
Straight.
Now, I don't know if he got his money or not, but I know that he wasn't happy with things. And he even saw the matchmaker, Rivas, in the corner of Ajagba, and that was just like the last straw because he made up in his mind already that he wasn't going to fight. But once he saw the matchmaker in Ajagba's corner, he was like, you know what, I'm out of here. And that went viral. The whole world knew about it. People thought he was scared. But there's always things that happens behind the scenes with the business of boxing that people just don't know. And I just thought that was that crazy, crazy incident.
Well, let's give you another one. Number 3. This one also went viral, and it is recent. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the reasons, it was last year, is one of the reasons why this fight probably did the numbers that it did. Because Canelo Alvarez at a press conference with Caleb Plant, there was some words exchanged, and Canelo kind of got the impression that he kind of cursed, Caleb Plant cursed his mother, and they went at each other. We all saw what happened after that. He swung at Canelo. Canelo dipped back, gave him a 1-2 piece, kind of knocked his glasses off.
Did you miss the part that Canelo pushed him?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I don't want to ignore that.
Canelo initiated the whole thing and pushed Caleb.
Well, because
I was surprised Caleb swung at him.
I'm glad they kind of squashed that after their fight and they talked about it briefly. You know, Caleb went on to say, "Listen, I never would disrespect your mother. I lost mine." But at the time, Canelo felt that him saying "mother effer" was a disrespect to him trying to, you know, say something just disrespectful to his mom, and he pushed him. And then Caleb definitely answered back to try to swing on him. But nevertheless, you know, it was a little scuffle, but it went viral, and it was something that people were talking about for weeks and weeks before the fight. And the fight did well. And honestly, Barack, I think they owe a little bit to that viral piece.
No, of course. I think the fight actually got a bigger number because of that. You know, a lot of people were talking about it and went viral outside of boxing, and that's the thing. You know, and the biggest thing that people were talking about, how fast Canelo was. He was ready for that swing, even though Plant did catch him. Canelo seemed to be ready. He did like a pull counter, you know, and then cut Caleb Plant. But that was probably one of the best buildups for a fight.
Yeah, no question. It was just one moment. It took 20 seconds for the whole ordeal, and that's the best promotion that the promotion ever got leading up to that fight. So what else we got, Barack?
Boom, you talk about Caleb Plant, right? I got another one. Now, this one's kind of in the ring, but guess what? It doesn't involve fighting. This right here is savagery at its best. You know, there's this term now that people use. They say, oh, he's a savage. He's a savage. He ain't got no emotions. He's just a savage. Caleb Plant is a savage. I'm going to tell you why. He wore a shirt in the ring of his last fight against Anthony Durrell. And that shirt said, "You don't know me enough to hate me." Right?
Yeah. What a shirt. That was walking into the ring, right? Just to make it clear.
Enough. Yeah.
Before the fight.
Walking into the ring, wore a shirt that says, "You don't know me enough to hate me." I thought that was brilliant. I was like, yo, that's really deep, man. That's so true. You know what I mean? Because he was getting a lot of slack from a lot of people, you know, and
so you thought it was righteous at that point. You was like, oh, this is some positive energy.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. But then afterwards, not to mention he knocked out Anthony Durrell with one punch, and then did the, you know, he's sweeping the dirt on, he's digging the dirt on him, you know, burying him, which was kind of disrespectful or whatever. But it's a fight. The emotions are high. He's burying the beef, he said. I like that twist. He puts on a shirt after the fight, and guess what the shirt said? "But now you do."
Ooh.
First shirt said, "You don't know me enough to hate me." The second shirt said, "But now you do."
Now that's on an all-time savage list.
At its best.
That's on an all-time. As if the burying wasn't enough. That was savagery. Then you top it off with a shirt like that. I don't know. I think Caleb Plant is leading the game right now in slick savagery, as you said.
And what has he got this thing going on now? Called it a revenge tour? You know, he's trying to knock out everybody. Like, oh, man. I love it. It's good for boxing.
And then the last one at number 5 is probably the most bizarre, craziest moments you've ever seen outside a ring leading up to a fight. And I'm talking about Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson at a press conference. And Barack is laughing already because it's all coming to him now. You guys want to look up the footage? You can watch and listen to what he said. We won't repeat any of that here on this show. But
so you're going to bring it up and not tell him. All we can say is that reporter better have his belt very tight. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what. The reporter said something to Mike Tyson that seemed like it upset him. And he got up off the chair and proceeded to yell at the reporter and threaten the reporter in many different ways. Things that you've never heard a fighter say at any press conference, any post-fight, pre-fight press conference, anything leading up to a fight. I've never heard anything like this.
I think I'd rather have Mike Tyson eat my kids. You know what I mean? Because he also threatened to eat people's kids.
Yeah, that was probably the most bizarre. And most of you probably already know this, but for those that don't, go and look up the footage. Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. Mike Tyson snaps at a press conference and threatens a reporter. That has to be the most bizarre, craziest moment I ever witnessed outside of a boxing ring leading up to a fight.